I Know What You Did Last Summer is the brand new Amazon Prime original series that just finished its 8th and final episode this past Friday. I'm going to give you my non-spoiler review. The show stars Madison Iseman, Brianna Tu, Bill Heck, Ezekiel Goodman, and Ashley Moore. And tell a story about in a town basically full of secrets, a group of teenagers are basically being stalked by a vicious, mysterious killer who knows what happened. A big accident happened on graduation night a year after it happened. The show is 8 episodes long, and the shortest episode is around like 40 minutes long. The longest episode was the finale, which did get to an hour, basically. The shortest episode, was 44 minutes. It's on Amazon Prime. So let's talk about I Know You Did Last Summer. If you're new to the channel, please like the video. Subscribe, ring the bell. It's the best way to support this channel. I do TV show reviews like these, movie reviews, streaming platform reviews, movie rankings, and a box office breakdown show. So please subscribe, ring the bell. Also, please comment down below. First of all, if you have seen I Know You Did Last Summer, all 8 episodes, let me know. Did you like this show? Did you like the finale? Or do you want to see a season 2? If you have not checked out the show, were you just waiting for all the episodes to come out to then just binge it? And please like the video. So as I said, the series debuted, as it says behind me, October 15th with 4 of the 8 episodes. So it dropped half the season on opening day, and then it went weekly for the rest of the 4 episodes. So it's been a bit of a 5-week really journey for this show. And I just want to check it out because I was really in the Halloween mood in the mid-October. I just wanted to find a Halloween show. This seemed like it was getting some buzz. So I just wanted to check it out, see what it was all about. I like mysteries, and that's my biggest positive with this show is that there really is, they do a fantastic job with the mystique of the killer. They give you a couple people that they pretty much are giving obvious that they are the killer, but it's obviously not going to be them. Because if it was them, it would be one of the worst shows of the year. But because of that, they do give you a lot of mysterious, and you're kind of guessing on an episode-to-episode basis, a couple people who you think could be the killer. And I thought that made the show, for me, watchable throughout the entire season, because without this mystique of the killer, I probably would have turned off the show or given up halfway through. Because I really did want to know who was doing these killings, I stayed on and watched the entire 8 episodes until it was over. So the commitment for me was because of the mystique of this killer, which they do, again, a beautiful job. They give you like 1 or 2 people in an episode, like these people clearly are the killer, and then they're not. You're like, okay, so who could it be? And you're kind of going through all the options. People are dying left and right, and you're still trying to figure out who the actual killer is. I think by the last 30 minutes of the finale, you kind of get a guess based on particular character decisions who is the actual killer. But again, that's just because a lot of people died and it was only between a couple of people. So that I'm not going to give the show a doc for, because again, for the most part of this season, it was pretty mysterious on who this killer is. I also think the cast does have really good chemistry with each other. Madison Iseman, who, as you can see, plays twins in the show. She's really good in the show. She has really, the main 2 relationships that really work is her with Ezekiel Goodman's character and her with Brianna Tu's character. If I'm saying her name wrong, I'm so sorry. But those are the 2. Margot, again, Madison Iseman playing Lennon, and then you have Margot and Dylan, who have really good individual relationships with Lennon that make the story at some points emotional towards the finale episode. Also, the movie looks cool. The show looks cool. It has a nice vibe to it. It's on this island, basically, and you can see why stuff like this could be happening to the island. But the idea of the cops not being like top tier cops because they're in this island, not in like a city or anything like that. It's a lot more reserved and close knit, so everyone knows each other, and that kind of makes the mystery a lot stronger. All the relationships are strong, the performances for the most part are pretty good, and really the chemistry between the young cast that we have here is really excellent. That's definitely the best part from the acting point of view, is the actual chemistry made by the friends. Some of the kills are pretty good, some are done off screen, but again, the show is TV-14, so they go pretty violent. It's very much a mixture. A lot of people say it's like a horror Euphoria type show where it's very teenage sex scenes and all these different things, but it's mixed in now with a horror angle. That's the only thing I'm going to compare it to Euphoria about, because it's nowhere near on the same level as that show. So let's get into my negatives. I just couldn't connect to any character in the show. it was really hard. The last 10 minutes, I did actually like a particular character at the end of the day, but really until that point, there was just no likable characters in the entire show. Each person had a dark past, a super creepy past, or an unlikable personality that does not let me attach to any one character. So when the deaths happen that happen in the show, a lot of deaths happen, I just don't care about the people who are getting killed. And that's kind of the biggest issue when you have a horror show, when you have a type of slasher-like, it's not really a slasher show at all, but a slasher-like, or a lot of kills are happening in the show. And if you can't get behind at least a couple of the kills that happen, root for the people and feel bad, then I don't think the show is achieving good from a story point of view. And there's some really underwhelming elements to the show, especially again, the last 15, 20 minutes of the show are, in my opinion, pretty bad. They really don't make any logical sense from any character's point of view. And then they have to, be honest, this is one of the worst and laziest post-credit scenes I've ever seen for any show or movie. It literally is someone explaining how they did everything in a post-credit scene to the camera. It makes absolutely no sense why this is even in the show. If they should have just left it. But so we have this character explaining what this person did and how this person killed all these people. It was so laughable and it was so really awful to watch. It completely took me out of the show. All as well, Madison Iseman, who plays our main character, Perik Durs, she also isn't playing any likable character. One of their twins, Allison, is likable, and then after episode 1, she becomes unlikable, and then Lennon is unlikable the second she's on screen. So it's tough to get involved with her. She is the main focus. They also want to add in a subplot about her mom that I also thought was totally underwhelming and was a complete waste of time. There was so much stuff going on. And for me, the story is just not there. Again, I don't care about any of these kids. I don't care about the town. I don't care about this cult that they continue to talk about during the show. And I don't care about the killings. I really just care about who was actually the killer. That kept me watching. But other than that, this show is pretty bad, in my opinion, especially the last 15 minutes, where a main character has to make a character has to make a pretty big decision that's going to change 3 people's lives, including this person's own life. And this person makes a pretty dumb choice that makes no logical sense. And this series desperately wants a season 2. I mean, desperately wants a season 2. And that's the problem. I've heard no one talk about this show since the 4 episodes dropped. No one has been staying up to date every single week with the show. So I don't know how this will get a season 2. Maybe they'll just already have been talking about it for a while, but we're talking a day after the finale came out. There's still no official announcement of a season 2. This film, the last 5 minutes is all set up for a season 2 that I'm not really interested in, because while we get answers, we definitely get answers. There's also so many non-answers that they want you to keep watching a season 2. And that's where I pump the brakes. This final episode should have answered all of the questions and just been a 1 season off, but instead it really wants to set up other things. So my review, I'm going to give it a 1.5 out of 5. I know we did last summer. I'm going to give it a 30%. I did have some fun with the show. There's some really fun kills, some fun character dynamics, but overall a pretty brutal. I mean, the last 10 minutes absolutely killed the show for me for even being an average show, with the way it handled its killer and how the killer explains to us, first person, looking at the camera, breaking the fourth wall, explaining how this person did it. It was absolutely awful to watch. But other than that, again, I was really intrigued by the killer every week, and I really did want to know. I cared about who was actually the killer. So let me know your thoughts on this show. I know you did last summer. Did you watch it? Do you agree with me? Disagree with me? I've heard some mixed things about the show. I'm on the I'm on the negative side of it. But if you're on the positive side, let me know why. I would love to know, have a fun discussion. If you also want a spoiler review, I would definitely be down to talk all spoilers. As you can tell during this video, I've been trying to tiptoe around spoilers. I need a couple people at least in the comment section to want a spoiler review for me to do it. I've been very packed, but if you guys do want and request in a high demand that you guys want a spoiler review of the show, I will definitely give that to you very, very soon. But you got to let me know in the comment section down below. Like the video, subscribe, comment. I'll see you guys soon.